Well, people who know me, besides my interest in butterflies, John Carroll University, other theological topics, will also know I like trains and buses. Well, you probably forgot the buses. So, who would think that the topic of subways or metros or the London Underground could be the impetus for another standard gauge message, Brother Mark, Turner Syndrome, Butterflies, and Life. And for those who are nostalgic, maybe the Saturday Evening Post. Okay, you gotta have a sense of humor in this line of work, I'll tell you. I'm also freezing. It's currently 19 degrees today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But somehow wearing the Amish hat I think might have been a little off-putting, so we'll just make the best of it. If anybody has to take the subway in New York, or the L in Chicago, or the DC Metro, or the Heavy Rail, as they call it in Baltimore, or the Underground, or the Tube, as they call it in England, and if you're really observant, you're going to know that these trains are electrically powered. And you're going to know that off to the side, I forgot to mention also, if you take the Long Island Railroad or the Metro North, Harlem or Hudson lines, that should give you enough to work with. You're going to kind of notice that the trains are electrically powered. You're not going to want to be fixated by diesel fumes in a subway tunnel. You're going to notice, though, off the side that there's a little piece of metal that runs alongside the rail. That's called the third rail. In England, for us European butterflies, we would call it the conductor rail. The point is, you do not want to step on it, or sparks are going to fly, and the results in many cases could be rather shocking, shall we say. We'll let go at that. And sometimes sparks may fly, and so, oh no, Mark, don't tell me, not you and your metaphors again. Too late. So, Amy Jo Clark calls them heavy hitters, hot topics. Brooke Gonzalez says, those things I'm too overly passionate about. And I think a lot of butterflies sometimes realize that and myself too, I'm a gratefully overcoming reactor. There's a tendency to fly off on topics at a moment's provocation. So sometimes you have to ask kind of stuff, why, and don't really have to. Is this trip really necessary? It'd be the sage advice that I could give when somebody touches off the third rail. I got many sisters, not all, but sometimes if I mention a topic, oops, sorry. How's the weather? How's mom and them? I get it. Yeah. Sometimes, and it's hard, and it's hard. You know, I hate the cliche, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So sometimes you have to realize, why am I overreacting? You know, why is it such a big deal? And I love Brooke Gonsalves on her Brooke TV. She talks about mindfulness, and that, you know, I have to stop and pause. Or my cousin Francie, hold everything. it gets the job done. What can I say? But those heavy hitters, the third rails, when we touch off something emotional or just somebody says something and kablam. I think the challenge that I would put out for all butterflies who are prone to it. And maybe it's something that we all can work on, and maybe it's a project that we can think about. When all of a sudden that third rail is touched off, or the conductor rail is touched off, and the sparks fly and one overreacts. I had to ask myself the question, what's really going on? Why am I reacting? Is it really all that important? What did something inside me trigger that I reacted that way? Gee. And then maybe I did offend somebody, and okay, and if I offend somebody, of course, I gotta make amends. But I'm human, I blow it. But if somebody reacts with sparks flying, and I think the question that all of us butterflies, friends, are there any spouses who are married to a butterfly? My hat goes off to you. I couldn't do it. So, but that's the question I have, is how do you deal with third rails, or when things get when somebody just reacts emotionally? I can only tell you what works for me, and my wife's got a mood disorder, and sometimes she'll just fly off at the merest provocations. We've been married 20 years, so I think I got experience. Do we have experience?
Yes, especially last night. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. When Michelle starts up her own Friends of Butterflies channel, she'll tell you all about it. Isn't forgiveness and reconciliation wonderful? But I know for me, I have to put things in pause. And I have to put things in slow motion, and I have to kind of ask myself, what happened to lead up to that? Was I tired? There's the old acronym in Alcoholics Anonymous of hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. HALT. Was I having a bad day? Did my boss chew me out? Did I have some bad customers? What was that? Was the fact that somebody doesn't know how to drive? Whatever. What's really going on? And what really led up to it? And is it really all? And I think Brooke, posed the question in one of her videos, and I love it. Is it really all that important to really react that way? And if I disagree, and maybe can I agree to disagree, or can I agreeably disagree? Is it okay to say, well, I just don't quite see it, Mark, but I'll take into consideration. I don't know. And these are just the ideas. So the next time that somebody inadvertently triggers a butterfly, and all of a sudden the emotional sparks fly and the defense mechanisms fly, I really encourage any butterfly or any friend or anybody just interested in the video, stop, pause, hold everything, take a break, pause, pray, whatever, and then just kind of put in a slow motion or instant replay, and use it as a learning experience. And I think a lot can be learned. Well, anyway, we've got lots of grocery shopping to do. We don't feel like going to the Mother Hubbard convention next month in Toledo. So, with that in mind, anything from the missus?
No, besides, I'll speak for Hannah and Boo. Meow.
Well, next time we'll bring Boo out, and you'll see what that's all about. One good, happy, dysfunctional feline family. What else to do? Talk to you later.